It's Christmas Eve in the afternoon, and I've just completed what I consider the first phase of my carriage for my full-scale Carronade that I've gotten from Hearn Ironworks up in Coeur d'Alene. The half-scale 6-pounder right here I've had for, well, since COVID. Anyway, short version is I finally got to build the carriage this past July and test fire it a couple times. This one I was hoping to get done by December 31, so that I could do a test at the range, but I still have the tools to make. I need to consider whether I want to stain this product or not, and it's a pretty big tool. Let me turn the lights on real quick. Echo, turn on the workshop lights. I guess the motion control did that. So to give you a little perspective here, that's about how much bigger it is. This barrel weighs 300 pounds. This barrel about 100 pounds. And so, since this is a shorter and stubbier barrel than this is a half scale, that's a full scale. I initially thought that I would just double everything in this carriage, but since this is a shorter, stubbier barrel, I made a little mistake. Well, I turned up a set of wheels that were double of what's here, and those are over here. They are big, but not thinking it all the way through, a full-scale barrel of this size, a full-scale barrel of the 1841 6-pounder is about 850 pounds. So much larger than this full-scale Carronade, which is, again, only 300 pounds. So my steering system, this is a modification that I made back in July to the other one. This allows me to turn the unit, and I have actually a little wiggle here, and I can insert this piece in the other carriage. Sorry. And I can turn it just as well. This already has grease in place, and a little bit of grease in the wheels and in this carriage makes a huge difference as far as being able to roll it. So I realize that this is about 3 times as heavy, but I have to push pretty hard. I even have to pull pretty hard left and right. A little bit of grease after I stain and varnish, if I decide to go that way, I'll bet it'll make it half as hard to drive around. But pretty excited. All of the material used was out of, here, let me flip over here. This is what's left over from some hardwood pallets. It's like true 2-inch by 4-inch, but a lot of the wood, as you can see, it's got splits in it, it's cracked, so it takes a little while. And then probably the hardest part is finding pallets that you can get the nails out of it. You can't get the nails out, you can't run the wood through the planer. There's my planer. Incidentally, this DeWalt planer out of the box was just horribly difficult for me to use because I wouldn't say that I was overloading the system, but this little reset button constantly ended up popping out to the point that I was ready to just get rid of this thing and look for a professional version. And then I realized, well, I tell you what, why don't you just take that out and operate it like you normally do. And I haven't thrown a breaker, and of course you can't throw that one. And this unit, it's like been reborn. It's a great little product now, but you gotta eliminate the little load breaker that comes with the unit. I suspect that maybe the tolerance on those little breakers is such that I got a wimpy one, and it was constantly tripping the breaker. That's no longer the case. So anyway, here we have it. I still have some tools to make. That means I need a ramrod and some way of cleaning it out, and something to extract the foil cartridges that I wrap the gunpowder in. I think I do. Let me grab this real quick. This came out of the little one, the So this is 1.5 inches in diameter and I don't know, maybe 2.5 or 3 inches long. That's about how much gunpowder I use in this small cannon. That works out to about 1,000 grains or about 1/7 of a pound. And I need some kind of extraction tool and some kind of cleaning tool after each firing so that I can load it again. So that's where we are today.